Joining me now with more on the terror attack in the Barkan industrial zone is Dr. Martin Sherman, founder and executive director of the Israel Institute for Strategic Studies. Dr. Sherman, thank you very much for coming back.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so my first question, what are your initial reactions to this attack? Maybe how it was allowed to occur, what Israel's response were? Take it away.
Well, there certainly seems to be a lot of question marks over this specific attack, how he managed to enter the factory with weapons, with security arrangements in the factory, and about his motivation as well. Originally the reports were that he was for revenge and being fired, and then another report said that he had been absent for a number of days. So I think there are quite a few question marks hanging over the actual motivation for this attack. I understand that the prevailing IDF assessment is that it was a terror attack, and then your question assumes a more general context. What do you do? Is the death penalty or house demolitions, are these effective instruments to deter or prevent future terror attacks? But that's a different question.
Well, so let's get into that question then. Let's start with, say, the death penalty, because a lot of people, a lot of analysts have looked at terrorists, especially lone wolf terrorists coming from the Palestinian territories, and they've said, these guys, when they come to attack in Israeli settlements or in Israel proper, they don't think that, they don't assume that they're going to get away alive.
Well, I normally adopt rather hawkish positions on security issues, but about the issue of the death penalty, I don't have an unequivocal stand. I don't know whether death penalty would be an effective deterrent, but certainly the absence of death penalty could act as a catalyst. In other words, the absence may encourage people to undertake these terror attacks. The house demolitions may be more effective, but I think that any kind of punishment that is inflicted on a perpetrator should be inflicted on the planners as well, and that might be more effective. If you could inflict house demolitions or strict punishment on people who incite to these attacks or help plan them, I think that would go a long way to curtailing them much more than focusing on the actual perpetrator themselves.
All right. Well, I hope that the government comes up with some sort of effective means, because so far, I mean, they've talked a lot about how house demolitions are a good deterrent, but there are those counter arguments to that. They say it's collective punishment and catalyzes more.
Collective punishment, when you have a clash between two collectives, then I don't think that there's anything defective in collective punishments, because the people saying they're doing this in the name of the collective, and therefore but the collective should bear the consequences of the actions of people who are acting in their name.
Well, I mean, with that same vein in mind, though, I mean, how do you know that the collective has given the permission to such actions to be in their name?
I think there's rather wide evidence that these sort of things have general support in Palestinian society.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And on that note, though, Dr. Sherman, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.